As Erin worked her way down the international foods aisle, where she would find more chickpeas and gram flour, she saw a well-dressed man looking at the cans on the shelf in front of him. She hadn't seen him wearing glasses before. Maybe he didn't like to wear them for the cameras, or he only needed them to read the fine print on the labels. She'd only seen him a few times and was amazed at the quality and variety of the tailored chef's jackets he wore. Liam Harper. Erin cleared her throat as she approached him, not wanting to startle him, and giving him a heads up that one of the other contestants was there, so he wouldn't give anything away about his cooking if he didn't want to. Erin wasn't there to spy. The items he put in his buggy could be significant, and she was not averse to a little recon to see what he had. Liam looked up, his brows drawn together in a frown. "What are you doing here?" He looked around and looked down at the fancy watch on his wrist. "Don't you have a bakery to run?" Erin smiled. "Not there every minute. I have employees to help and keep things running when I have errands to run or other commitments. How are you doing?" "Trying to find things in this little town of yours is proving challenging. I had not thought about how thin supplies would be in a place like this." Erin bristled a little about the "in a place like this." It was so clearly condescending. Bald Eagle Falls had plenty going for it, and she usually had all the staples she needed. She ordered her specialty flours online, but Mr. Cooper always carried the basics. "What are you looking for? Maybe I could help you," she offered pleasantly. She looked at the cans that Liam had been examining, a can of Rotel tomatoes and various cans of legumes, including chickpeas, of course. Maybe Liam didn't like the brand and was hoping for something else. "I'm quite capable of navigating a grocery store," Liam told her with a sneer, looking down that long aquiline nose of his. "The problem is not that it is poorly organized or that I'm not capable. The proprietor simply does not stock what I need." "Mr. Cooper's just outside. If you want something ordered, he might be able to get it before the festival, or be able to tell you where to go for it. There are a few stores in the city that might be more suitable." "I'm not about to give you any information that will help you to sabotage my dishes." His nostrils flared. "I'm already having enough problems without giving away my secrets to you." Erin raised her hands. "I'm not trying to find out your secrets, just offering to help. But I'm sure you can talk to Mr. Cooper and sort that out yourself without me acting as your middleman." She hesitated before continuing the conversation. She should probably just walk away from the unpleasant man, but she was curious. "Have you had ingredients disappear?" "Funny that you'd ask that." Liam folded his arms across his chest. "I heard from Joshua Campbell yesterday that some items had gone missing. I'm not asking you what they were, I'm just curious. I've had a couple of things disappear too, and I had just thought that I had misplaced them, or someone at the bakery had moved them without me knowing." "Sloppy," Liam observed. "I know where everything is at my restaurant. I would know immediately if someone had stolen or moved an ingredient, or if it was stolen. I would know exactly what happened and who had done it." "So you know who took your missing ingredients?" Liam pressed his lips together. "I know it was one of you, obviously. I'm not at my restaurant at the moment. I'm on the road. Things have been rather chaotic." Erin nodded. "Everything has been crazy since the Chickpea Palooza was moved here. I hardly know whether I'm coming or going. But I'm sorry that you're having problems finding what you need. I hope you can find what you're looking for, or a suitable substitute." "What you hope," he said acidly, "is that I'm not able to make the dishes I'd planned to, and will therefore craft a substandard creation. But I'll have you know that I come from a long line of cooks, and I've been in this business for much longer than you. Chickpeas are my specialty. I don't imagine you get much of a chance to use them in your little bakery. Chickpeas are incredibly versatile, but one doesn't see them used much in baking." "They are very versatile," Erin agreed, keeping a sweet smile on her face. "You'd be surprised at the number of opportunities that I do have to use them at Auntie Clem's bakery." She was careful in how she worded the statement. It was true that she had the opportunity to use chickpeas or their derivatives at Auntie Clem's more often than one might think, but she actually hadn't used them very much, despite the many ways that they could be used in vegan and gluten-free baking. "They are gluten-free," she added. I can't believe you run a gluten-free bakery and that it hasn't folded by now. You must be leveraged to the hilt. The bakery's doing very well, actually, Erin said serenely. You would be surprised. I would be surprised, Liam agreed. He pushed his buggy forward a few inches, indicating he was finished with her and interested in moving on. I would suggest that you just stay in your own lane. Make your gluten-free goodies with your processed flours and sugar and all the unethically farmed and processed ingredients you use, and don't try to get into chickpeas and whole foods and healthy vegan eating. Erin stood there with her mouth open for a moment, trying to gather her wits and come up with something that would put him in his place. Vegan doesn't mean healthy or unethical, she pointed out, and non-vegan doesn't mean unhealthy or unethical. And I'm pretty careful about the ingredients I buy and where I get them. And I always have several vegan items for sale for my customers who are avoiding eggs or dairy. Veganism is about more than just avoiding eggs or dairy, Liam sneered. Erin shrugged. So I've heard, she agreed. Let him have conniptions over whether her baking was truly vegan or just avoided the obvious offenders. She didn't care. Good luck with your shopping, Erin told him politely. Liam stomped down to the end of the aisle and around the corner. It wasn't until then that Erin realized they had a number of witnesses. Several shoppers and store employees stood around with their mouths open, pretending they hadn't been listening to every word of the exchange.